Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Hello and welcome. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 27th of February to the 5th of March 2023. Can you believe that we are actually into month 3 of 2023 already? It's just crazy. So this week I am working with the Little Buddha Tarot and the Little Buddha Oracle. These two, created by the same creator, they are just the most amazing decks ever. The artwork is so cute, the artwork is so gorgeous, but don't let the cute aspect of these take anything away from the power that they give. Their readings are always absolutely bang on. So let's get straight into it. I'm starting with the Oracle this week, so just moving Tarot out of the way, and let's give Oracle a little bit of a shuffle. So water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We are looking at the week of the 27th of February to the 5th of March 2023. And as I shuffle the cards, I'm sort of asking Spirit, what is the most important thing that I need to share with you today? What is the most important thing that you need to know for the week ahead? What is significant, relevant, important for you? What is coming up? What is the best way to handle it, to navigate it? And what is the one thing that I need to share with you this week? From the Oracle, I am looking for a single card that is going to give us the theme for the week ahead. So let's do that, and obviously taking off the top right. Putting them away, let's have a look. Water signs, what is the theme for the week ahead, the week of the 27th of Feb to the 5th of March? And here we have, do your research. So here we have our little Buddha. He has found a feather and he's gone on a mission to try and identify where the feather comes from. He's got his little magnifying glass and he has eventually come across a nest with the same little bird, or with a little blue bird in, but matches the feather that he has. So he's done his research. He hasn't given up. He's kept going. I'm just going to leave him over there and bring out the tarot and to start shuffling the tarot while we are talking about doing the research. So it's basically about not jumping to conclusions, isn't it? You know, that's the first thing that comes to my head, is that we mustn't jump to conclusions. So if anything happens this week, whatever happens this week, we need to make sure that we do our research. We need to make sure that we are very aware and mindful of everything that is taking place, of everything that's going on, but we must not assume anything. And I'm sure you guys don't need me to tell you what assume stands for, what assume means. It is about making an ASS of you and me. ASSUME, S of you and me. So we mustn't jump to conclusions. We must make sure that we do our research. The other thing that I want to add with this is that we need to make sure that with everything that we are doing, we want to make sure that we're not jumping into anything before we've actually done the research, the proper, significant research of what it actually means, what it entails, what is required of you, what can you expect from it, what do they need from you. So don't just say yes, don't just jump into anything. We need to make sure that before we start a new project, before we commit to anything, we need to make sure that we have done our research, and we need to make sure that we're not assuming or jumping to conclusions with anything. So water signs, I have got tarot shuffled. I am laying out quite a few cards. We're doing a lot of cards this week because I just felt like we needed a lot of cards. So let's see what we've got. First card we have is the Six of Cups. Second card we have is the Seven of Swords. We then have the Seven of Cups, interesting, 2 sevens in a row, 6, 7, 7. Then we have 10 of Pentacles. We have 6 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Wands, 2 sixes in a row, interesting. And we have the Ace of Swords. All right. So those are all the cards. I think that's enough to keep us going. All right. So do your research is our theme. So I do want to note 6, 6, 6. We've got 3 sixes. We've got 2 sevens. We've got a 10 and a 1. Okay. So we have no court cards, we have no major arcanas. That's the first thing that I'm noticing here. The other thing that I want to note is we've got cups, cups. So we've got 2 cups, 1 sword, 2 swords, I'm lying, 2 cups, 2 swords, 2 pentacles, and 1 wand. All right, so the only thing that is predominant here are the duplicate numbers, being the 3 6s and the 2 7s. 6s and 7s are sort of in the middle of the numbers. Okay, so 5 is obviously the middle. If we look at our numbers from 1 to 9, okay, actually then 6 and 7 are in the top half. All right, let's put 6s and 7s in the top half. We've got the 10, which is right at the end, and we've got the ace, which is right at the bottom, right at the beginning. So we've got the ace at the beginning, we've got the 10 at the end, and then we've got the 6s and 7s in the middle. The reason why I'm pointing out all of this, first of all, it's for those of you who enjoy the numerology, enjoy looking up all of that kind of thing, but it's about doing our research. Before we start the reading, we have to make sure that we do our research. We have to look at what is there, what is not there, and that is there, what is the significance of it. Okay, so we have 3 out of the 4 6s. The number 6 is about resolution. 6 is about the results of, the outcome of. It's about the resolution. So if we look at the numerology, 5 is about conflict and change and strife and struggle. 6 is about the overcoming that, what happens after that. It's about the peace, tranquility, the happiness of after that. 7 is about our choices. Okay, 7 is about, all right, so now we found our peace, we found our answers, we found our base. What are we going to do with it? That is the 7. What's next? It's about making the decisions and the choices. Ace is number 1, which is about beginnings. 10 is about completions and coming back to the beginnings. So now we've done our research. Let's get straight into the reading. So do your research. The first card we have is the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups is about reminiscing. It's about thinking back to your past. So what you've got to do here is you've got to remind yourself, water signs, that everything in life has already been done before. Nothing is brand new. Nothing has never been, nothing is the first time. Okay, so everything that you're dealing with in your life at the moment, somebody else has been through it. You've maybe been through it, or somebody else has been through it in the past. So the 6 of Cups to me here is telling you to look at your history. In doing your research and understanding the things that you need to understand in your life this week, make sure that you look at history. History has a lot to tell you. Okay, history is really, really important. I'm bringing these down for a bit just so that I can focus on the top row, and then I'll bring them forward when I need to. So the 6 of Cups is history. It's what reminiscing. It's about looking at the past. It's looking at what's already done. So when doing your research, when I'm trying to understand a situation, a circumstance, a person, look at history. The history of your relationship, the history of your situation, the history of what has taken place before. We then have the 7 of Swords. Now, I don't conform to the traditional meaning of the 7 of Swords. For me, 7 of Swords is about planning and strategy so that we prevent failure. Okay, we need to make sure that we are understanding what's needed, how it's needed, when it's needed, why it's needed, how we're going to do it, who we're going to use, what resources we have. We need to do the research. So that's the 7 of Swords. If you do not do research, if you just jump into a thing, you will making an assume of yourself. You will be making your life really difficult. Okay, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. You will be making your life really difficult if you don't have a plan. The plan going to come from your history. Okay, so we've got to look back. We also then need to not only look at, all right, how did we do it before? Did it work? Did we fail? Because that's what we're doing here. All right, by looking at our past and saying, how did we do previously? Let me learn from the mistakes. Let me learn from the successes, and that'll get you into a situation where you're better able to make better choices in the now. So water signs for this week, when you've understood how things happened previously, what went right, what went wrong, how you did it, what, have you ever heard people say, oh, in hindsight we are so clever, in hindsight we are, we know more in hindsight. Well, guess what, this is hindsight. This week we're going to use the hindsight to our advantage, because there are some tough decisions that need to be made. I'm seeing a bit of a similarity between these two cards as far as artwork goes, purely because our little Buddhas are standing with their back facing us. They're looking forward. They're both looking at a lot of stuff that's in front of them. So here we have all these discs on a tree with little notes of remembrance. Here we have these cups, and each cup contains something different, but both of them are about choices. So the 10 of Pentacles is about the choices that you've made in life and how it's going to affect those that come after you. The Seven of Cups is the choice of what do you want right here and right now. But the message that I'm getting from these two combined for all your water signs is Spirit saying to you, the choices you make today are going to affect your tomorrow. Do your research. So water signs, this week is an important big week. We're going to use the history to learn what works, what doesn't work, to do the strategy. We're going to understand that the choices, decisions, and actions that we take this week are going to affect the longevity of our lives and the lives of those who come after us. Okay, that's quite big. The next card we have is the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about helping others. So I can almost say to you that everything that you do in your life at the moment, water signs, is about helping other people, is about being supportive, being kind, being nurturing to other people, to help other people. But sometimes if you're not doing your research, the table gets turned and you're not helping others, but you're hindering them. Okay, so you've got to bring it into check and say, is the help that I'm offering actually the help that is needed? We're going to look at all of that. Okay, that is what you have to do this week. Then the next card we have is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the card of victory, success, of jubilation, happiness, celebration. You are returning a success, returning as a victor, and all your friends are coming out to celebrate, to acknowledge your success. But you cannot be successful if you don't do your research, if you don't look at your actions and your behaviors and how it affects the long-term situation. Okay, and then our final card that we have, the one that excites me so much, is the Ace of Swords. The reason why I say that, water signs, is because Ace of Swords is about new ideas. Ace of Swords is about new concepts, new ways of thinking, new ideas that come to you, that come to life. And Ace of Swords is basically saying to you that if you do your research in everything that you're dealing with this week, so remember, this is just a 7-day period, okay? But if you do your research over this next 7-day period, and if you look at the history of what has taken place in your life, you look at the good and the bad and the ugly of what has taken place in your life, and understand that right now you have choice. You always have choice. That is what it means to be human. Being human is to have choice, is to have options. So you have choice, which could affect your life and the life of the people, your children, your family, the people after you. So everything that you do has a long-term knock-off effect. But if you can get new ideas, new thought patterns, new ways of thinking this week, if you can learn to help others in the best way that they need and the best way that suits you, then everybody wins. Then everybody succeeds. But it's a new way of looking at your life, new way of looking at your circumstances, and it's a new way to carry forward into the weeks that follow. So we're looking at just 1 week. So this week, you're going to find many opportunities to look back, to do your research, to understand past behavior, to adjust current behavior based on what has happened in the past, so that you can come out of this successfully, so that you can succeed, so that you can get the accolades, the recognition, the acknowledgement, the success that you deserve, and happiness. But that hopefully is going to trigger a new mindset for you in the days, the weeks, the months going forward. And may it bring you happiness and joy and abundance that you deserve, that you're craving and that you're wanting to work towards. So water signs, very exciting week for you. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. I think you're actually, as long as you do your research, and even if you're trying to cook a meal for the first time, something you've never done before, do your research, not just about the ingredients and the menu and the recipe, but do your ingredients around how other people have found it in the past. How has it worked for others? What have other people, what advice could other people offer you? Do your research with everything. Don't just think we're talking about big work stuff. It's everything. It's everything this week. Make sure that you check your lists twice, 3 times. Do your research, look at the past, and see how things have unfolded. All right, water signs, wishing you an amazing week ahead. As always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, water signs.